Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. A guilty plea by former state lawmaker Ed Fallon may put his criminal case to rest, but not the issue that led to his arrest.
Fallon was arrested last week on charges of trespassing in Governor Branstad's office over the proposed Bakken oil pipeline through Iowa. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh is live at the Capitol with more on how close the pipeline is to becoming a reality.
Stacey and Kevin, Fallon was joined by landowners and community action groups who all say the pipeline is bad business. On a dirt road in Newton, there is a stockpile of pipes that continues growing. The half hour we were there, 3 trucks brought in even more pipes. But the communications manager of the Iowa Utilities Board says despite this stockpile, nothing has been decided or granted.
They do so at their own risk since the petition for permit is still being reviewed and it has not been granted yet.
Tormey says there is no timeline as to when a decision will be made.
I'm sorry, you can't stay.
Former Iowa lawmaker Ed Fallon was arrested for trespassing, trying to meet with the governor about the proposed pipeline and the possible use of eminent domain. Fallon urging support of Senate File 506 that would mandate a minimum of 75% of landowners affected must agree to sell their land before eminent domain can be used. That could be the future. Fallon believes the present will take care of itself.
Under Iowa law, the case could be made that there is no justification for a private oil company, a private pipeline company, being able to use the public's power of eminent domain.
Keith Putney owns farmland in Boone and Webster counties, some of which he says are on the proposed pipeline access route. He says he will not grant an easement. This former lawyer says he and others are prepared to take the battle to the halls of justice.
We're probably going to end up in court in terms of this whole thing. There's a lot of groups out there that have formed. There's at least 8 different counties that have attorneys involved.
Now, we spoke with the spokesperson for Dakota Access. That is the company that proposed the pipeline. Now, we're told Dakota Access does not own any of the pipes that are currently being stockpiled in Newton and other areas along the proposed route, but they do tell us if and when they are approved to do the pipeline, they will buy those from that third party. And we're also told Dakota Access has asked for eminent domain, but they tell us that is their last resort. They hope to be able to negotiate with landowners to pay them for the use of their property, and eminent domain, they say, is the last resort. Live at the State House, Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.